Welcome to the Behind the Song series. Right now I'm going behind all of my songs about 2 years later, and this song is called We Should Break Up, and I put it just about 2 years ago. I put it out on June 3rd, 2020. So let's go back and revisit the lyrics and see what I think about them now. Verse 1. Did the 2-hour talk we have make it better? Don't know what room you're in, but things are looking worse. I'm so sick of you always losing your temper. Think fast before you talk, your words are such a force. This whole song was literally written about a real life conversation, and it was a 2-hour conversation. It was kind of one of those conversations that I've been building up for like a year because I didn't really want to have it with this person, and then it finally happened, and it probably shouldn't have ever happened because it just lasted in horrible anger, not getting anything done, not fixing anything, and just kind of traumatizing, and knowing that this isn't working. And then pre-chorus. Too rookie for me, trauma's killing me, consuming my life, wasting all my time. So the pre-chorus is everything I felt after that 2-hour conversation, and it was especially the wasting all my time because it's very frustrating when you're in a relationship with somebody who's toxic, who doesn't want the best for you, and you're kind of in a way wasting your life by giving them all your energy. And it's like all my energy was on this conflict, and it stopped me from getting other things done that were really important, and they didn't care about that type of stuff. They didn't care if grades slipped, what I loved slipped, if I wrote less songs, blah blah blah. And it was almost in a way feeding into them and letting them win by caring. Chorus. I can't keep waiting, my trust is fading, we've been here for too long. I thought that we could last forever. I've had enough, I know you need me, it won't be easy now what we had is gone. If we're not gonna be together, we should break up. So this is kind of about being in that middle stage where it's like nobody's doing anything or leaving because it was toxic. It benefited the other person a lot more than it benefited me. I hate being the person who's causing the conflict or leaving. It makes me feel guilty and bad and sad. I prefer to be dumped than break up with people, honestly, because you don't want to be mean. And basically the whole production of the song, I did a winter theme for the song because I kind of want it to be cold, because it's kind of about how you don't want to be a cold, mean person. Who wants to be a cold, mean person? But it's you almost feel like you have to kind of be cold, when you're breaking up with somebody, especially if it's kind of a person who's a little bit more difficult to deal with, because it's if you start letting down your guard or feeling sorry for them, they'll kind of trick you back in, and then you'll be back, and then you'll be like, oh, we can still be together. So it's about being no. Yeah, but it's very difficult to do. Verse 2. I'll be pacing until the day this is settled. When we're alone, it's like our world is full of stress. Now my nightmares are on a whole other level. Nothing to fix it all, we can't clean up the mess. So in a lot of ways, these are just all the other reasons why we needed to break up and why we should break up. Because if you're having nightmares about a relationship, which I literally was, and just you're stressed around them, it's obviously not a healthy situation. So it's also just the signs that, hey, this isn't healthy and just can't go on any longer. And also the way of, I wanted to kind of point out irreconcilable differences at the end of verse 2, because I think a lot of people in a popular societal opinion is fight for it, make it work, talk about it. Love isn't stressful, exactly. But it's sometimes it's just two people, two personalities don't mesh. And no matter what you do, no matter how many compromises, it's just not going to work, or you grew apart. And it's just the truth. That's why I always think it's kind of crazy when people are you have to make it work. There's always a way to make it work. And it's Not all the time. If it can work, that is freaking awesome. That's amazing. But not in every situation. And in a way, this song reminds me of like people who should break up who don't. Yeah. And that's behind the lyrics of We Should Break Up.